Hello, Year 2. How are you? Did you have a nice weekend? Brilliant. Now, today in our maths lesson, we're going to be looking at the multiplication sign, which you've probably seen when you've been playing on Times Table Rockstars. But before we do that, let's do our warm-up activity. Now, here's your flashback for today. So it has 4 questions like normal. Now, the first question, you need to look at the pictures and complete the sentence, which you also need to do in the second question. So how many equal groups are there and how many are there in each group? In the third question, you need to use the less than, the more than, or the equals to sign to compare the amounts, so the amounts of money. And number 4, you need to do an addition. Now, it will help if you use the column addition that we learned about in class, and you need to decide if you need to exchange or not. Okay, so pause the video now and have a go. Okay, should we see how you got on? So the first one, how many pots of pencils are there? Yes, that's right, there's 6 pots of pencils. So there's 6 lots of, how many in each pot? Yes, that's right, 2. There are 6 lots of 2, or 6 equal groups of 2. Now, if we were going to write an addition number sentence for this, what would we write? Yes, that's right. We'd write 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, which is 12. Now, number 2, how many equal groups are there? Well, there are 4 dice, aren't there? So there's 4 equal groups, and we know that they're equal. So if there's 3 in the first group, there'll be 3 in each group. Now, number 3, let's look at the pounds first. Now, the pounds are equal on each side, aren't they? There's £4 on one side and £4 on the other. So to work out which sign we need to look at the pence. So on one side we have 17 pence, and the other side we have 11 pence. Which is greater, 17 pence or 11 pence? Yes, that's right, 17 pence is greater. So we need the more than sign here. And number 4, 26 plus 15. Now let's do the column addition together. So first of all, we need to add the ones. So 6 plus 5 is 11, so put the ones there. And then we need to exchange a 10, don't we? So let's exchange our 10 now. Then we need to add the 10s. So 2 plus 1 is 4. So the answer is 41. Fantastic. Well done if you got that right. That's brilliant. Now let's move on to today's learning. So here, what do we see? Well, we have some cubes, don't we? And they're in groups. How many groups are there? Yes, there's 3 equal groups, aren't there? And each group has 4 in it, because if there's 4 in the first group and they're equal, there'll be 4 in each group. Now, what would our addition number sentence be for this? Because there's 3 groups and there's 4 in each. So we need to add 4 3 times. So we need to do 4, add 4, which is 12. Okay, the next one, we need to look at the multiplication sign. Now, first number in our multiplication is going to represent how many groups there are. And the second number is going to represent how many are in each group. So we're going to have 3 for the first number because there's 3 equal groups. And we're going to multiply it by 4 because there's 4 in each group, which gives us the answer 12. Now, here we go. We've rearranged the cubes. Can you pause the video and have a think what the answers are to these questions? Okay, pause the video now. Should we see if you were right? So how many groups are there? Yes, that's right. There's 2 groups, aren't there? And how many in each group? Yes, you're right. There's 6 in the first group and they're equal. So there'll be 6 in both groups. So there's 2 equal groups of 6. What would our addition be? Well, we're going to add 6 twice, aren't we? Because there's 2 groups of 6. So we're going to do 6 plus 6, which is 12, just like last time, because we've used the same cubes. And what would our multiplication be? Remember, the first number representing the groups, and the second number represents how many in each group. So it's going to be 2 multiplied or times by 6, which gives us 12. Okay, so here, have a think. What is our addition number sentence and our multiplication number sentence going to be? Pause the video and have a think. Okay, should we see if you were right? So our addition number sentence. Well, we have 4 equal groups, don't we? And how many in each group? Well, there's 2 in the first group, 2 in the second group, 2 in the third, and 2 in the fourth. So we need to add 2 4 times. So 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 8. What would our multiplication be? If the first number represents how many groups there are, and the second number represents how many in each group, it'll be 2. It'll be 4 times 2, won't it? Which is 8, because there's 4 groups and there's 2 in each group. Now, what I'd like you to do is pause the video and have a go at questions 1 and 2, which is on the worksheet that I've sent you. The worksheet's called Year 2 Maths, 11th of January, Resource 1. Okay, pause the video now and have a go. Okay, let's move on to the next part of our lesson. So here we have the same as last time. We have our 4 groups and they have 2 in each, which was 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals 8. And our multiplication, remember, was 4 multiplied by 2, which is 8. But do you remember when we did our addition and we learnt that addition was commutative? Do you remember what commutative meant? Yes, that's right. Commutative is when the numbers can be in any order. The parts in our addition could be in any order and they'd give the same whole. Well, it is the same for multiplication. Multiplication is also commutative. So we've got 4 multiplied by 2 equals 8, but we can also have 2 multiplied by 4 equals 8. And look, it gives us the same answer because it is commutative. Okay, so here we have 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. What is our multiplication sentence for this? Yes, that's right. It is 6 times by 5, or 6 multiplied by 5. But because it's commutative, we can write it the other way round, and it gives us the same answer. So we can also write 5 times 6, or 5 multiplied by 6. Pause the video and have a go at this one. Can you think of the 2 multiplication sentences that can go with this addition? Okay, let's see if you were right. So we have 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. So that's 4 times 3, isn't it? But because it's commutative, we can also say 3 multiplied by 4. Fantastic. Well done if you got that right. Excellent. Now, what I'd like you to do now is on the same worksheet as before, can you have a go at question number 3? Okay, pause the video now and have a go.